Yo. What's the business? This is your local neighborhood Super Rig. Here with my boy Briss. What's poppin', man?
What's good, bro? It's a lot of stuff happened today.
It actually is. And you just let me know that the damn debates is tonight. So this is what I need y'all to do. In the comments, when you see this, let us know, do you want us to cover the debate? Would that be something you're interested in? 9 times out of 10, we're going to do it anyway. But we just want to know what your interest in it is. Because you know Trump go talk crazy. And we know
definitely go talk crazy.
Biden might fall over.
He definitely might fall asleep at minimum. If he not, if not perish. that'd be wild. If Trump talking shit.
That'd be out of control.
Because if that happened, Trump would be like, "Look at him. Is this your president? Is this your king?" He might pull a Killmonger.
Trump might go over there and kick him. Also, it might get out of control if that happens. Trump probably gonna clap and applaud, all sorts of shit. Ain't no telling what he gonna do. So yeah, let us know that in the comments. Also, please check out our previous videos. I did a live stream live lunch with Super Rig today. So check that out and check our last weekend update video. Let's get into it. We're gonna start off with a subject that is dear to Brisk's heart because he is into this, and it is the NBA, and LeBron and his son are the first father-son duo to play in the NBA. Is that correct?
That is correct. There has been, like, Doc Rivers, he coached the team that his son played for. That has happened. Dale Curry, his son is Steph Curry. He plays. Klay Thompson dad played, but there has never been a father and son duo on the same team. And that's something LeBron said he wanted to do. He probably talking about this like 10 years ago, said he wasn't going to retire until he had the opportunity to play with his son.
Wow. Now, I don't know much about basketball anymore. Is LeBron's son, do you feel he is qualified to be a Laker? So,
I will say this. I don't think he would have got drafted if his dad wasn't LeBron. Because his stats at USC, they wasn't bad, but it wasn't get drafted to the Lakers great. Mm. And granted, last year he did have like a cardiac arrest where he literally had a heart attack.
Wait, what? Hold the fuck up. Yeah. The young man had a heart attack.
Yep. And so people was wondering, like, did he get vaccinated? It was conversations about that going on.
I remember that shit.
And he missed like the first few games of the first like 8 or 10 games of the USC season.
All right, please tell me how regular is that? Are athletes having heart attacks or strokes or whatever, and then still going on to be drafted into these leagues like this? Like, is this a regular occurrence?
I don't believe that's a regular occurrence. Most time, if you have a heart attack at that young of an age, something is seriously going on. But they said he had some heart procedure, and he was good to play after that. But there was a lot. But I do know. Granted, I know we ain't getting into this conversation at the moment. But after the vaccinations happened, there was a bunch of like elite athletes just having cardiac arrest around the world.
I did hear about that. Did see it. As someone who was forced to get the jab. Let's not talk about that because I don't want to scare myself to sleep tonight. But at the same time, the most athletic thing I do is cut the grass, so probably don't have anything to worry about. So let me get this straight. Let me make sure I got this straight. So this young man, not only was he just not balling out of control like that, literally had a heart almost failure, and he gets drafted to one of the most historically respected teams in the NBA, and it is because his dad is LeBron James. So with that being said, how do you feel about this? Is this, if you were a Laker, how would you feel about this pick?
If I was a Laker and I was like the 12th man on the team and I got cut because Bronny James took one of my spots, I would be salty about it because technically it's probably a player on a Lakers team that's going to get cut that really deserved to be there because of LeBron's son. But if I was the owner of the Lakers, I would have drafted the hell out of Bronny James because LeBron said whoever drafted he already said whoever drafted his son, that's who he's going to play for. And he actually would have been a free agent this year too. He could have left And it was talks that the Mavericks was going to draft him, and he got picked at 55, and the Mavericks had the 57th pick, and the Mavericks was going to pick him up because they was like, shoot, if we pick up Bronny, it's a good chance that LeBron could come here. And I actually was kind of hoping for that because I would have loved to have been able to go to the Maverick Stadium to see Bron any day.
Now, like I said, I'm not big up on the basketball or anything. Is LeBron still if he come to your team, you automatically go to the playoffs and the finals? Is that still like, is he that dude, or is it more like just revenue generating? It's good to have the revenue coming in, or are you locked in if LeBron comes to your team and you go win a championship?
So it's not like it used to be if he came to yours, because LeBron went to the finals like 8 to 10 times in a row, like some wild stuff like that. So it used to be a lock, but now like age starting to catch him, and he looked regular human now. On some back in the day, he used to look on some alien stuff, but now he like a regular human. But he still, man, be balling out of control. Top 10 in the league easily. And if he had a good squad, if LeBron would have came to the Mavericks and they got Kyrie and Luka, they would have definitely been one of the favorites to win the championship. So it just depends on he at the point now where he need people around him that could do some stuff. But before, man, that cat, it didn't matter who he had on the squad. Like if you got Brown on your team, you definitely go into the finals at minimum.
Wow. So, and I
was gonna say, and with his son, like another reason with his son is kind of like an undersized guard. I think he only 6'2", and so most time, like guards are even taller than that in the NBA now. He got a fire vertical, but I just don't think he would have got picked if this wasn't the situation. And I'm glad he got picked though, because I'm a Brown fan, and I think that's dope. Like to have your son play on the NBA team, but you would be the first in history. Another thing to solidify the GOAT.
This solidifies the GOAT.
Hey, I'm capping with that.
Because I'm like, from what you done told me, this is not a great move for the Lakers as far as a winning. We go win. Revenue wise, I can see the money coming in. I can see the merchandise. I can see the Bronny. I can see the Nike deal. I can see the jerseys going crazy. I can see the hats, the t-shirt. I can see all of that. I don't see a championship, and I don't see the playoffs. I ain't gonna front, and this is legit. You know, I'm usually like a butthole asshole when it comes to this shit. I would like, what if he have a heart condition? He playing in the NBA, like this max level b-ball.
He could.
Is this not? Does this not seem selfish? From on some real shit. Because to me, this is some very kind of narcissistic. Oh, my dream was to play with my son. Oh, he had a heart attack. I don't care. You gonna come hoop with some of the hardest playing people in the most elite of athletes. That don't sound fucked up.
So I'm gonna tell you why I don't think you too far off. Because I remember when it first happened, I was like, damn, Bronny gonna get to never play with his son. Because I thought his career was gonna be over. Yeah. You have a heart attack. You're 19 years old. You have a heart attack. Like you out. I thought you was out the game. I thought you didn't play no more. But they did. And I thought he was, because LeBron got another son that's younger than Bronny. He actually is supposed to be the better of the two. And he's taller too. He got more, he gonna be like he way better than Bronny at the age. So I thought that he was gonna have to wait for that. So then this popped up. I'm like, okay, wow. And I'm gonna tell you this. If the Lakers win the championship this year, I am 100% certain the NBA is scripted.
I mean, I'm talking about this would, like, if they win a championship this year, especially with this information, me as a non-NBA player, if anybody tried to come and tell me this wasn't no damn WWE setup, I might slap them, because it's no way. It's too fairy tale dreamy-ish of a setup for it to not be set up like that. And then I have another question for you, and then I also got a statement that I want to see if you agree with. Do you feel now, with that being said, it would be a fair tale if they won or whatever, with LeBron having all his friends and with other players knowing what happened with his heart condition, are they gonna take it easy on Bronny?
No, they are not gonna take it easy on him. Probably not. I don't think so. I think they're just gonna be hooping. But I don't know if they could play extra defense on him. I don't know if that's going to exert him more or not. I don't even know how much he's going to play this year. To be perfectly, I don't know if he's going to play a lot. I'm interested to see how it's going to play out, and I'm 100%. It's definitely time to pull that out, because even the fact that he got drafted right now, this is a story. Because technically, he shouldn't have got. I don't think he should have got drafted, but I think he only got drafted because LeBron is his dad, and this is an amazing story for the NBA. NBA about to be trending now. There's all kind of stuff going on in the news, and NBA gonna be trending right now because of this.
Amazing story. It's time for my theory that would most likely get me canceled, and I need your input on it. But this is a tinfoil hat theory, people. It sounds to me, especially after you added in that second part, that there is a younger, taller, better son, more equipped to be in the NBA with Bronny's heart condition. It sounds to me that LeBron is doing a make-a-wish for his son, as in he don't know how long he gonna be around, and this is, this is his dream, just in case something occurs down the line and his son won't be there for, to be able to do it, and they will have this experience. Does this sound, I don't know much about LeBron. Do you think he is a family man person like that to do something very sentimental like that?
LeBron is a huge family man. Like, him and Steph have been together since they was in high school. LeBron, his biggest thing is his family that he always be on. So it could be for sure. Absolutely.
Now, that wasn't the reason I put this on. Of course, in our community, you can't reach fame without a human sacrifice. Is he human sacrificing his son by putting him with the hugest people in America, running up and down a full court press? Is this a and let me tell you just how tight, and for anybody that watches us regularly, these type of conversations, not necessarily this, these type of, they gonna be in the group, okay? The details is coming Monday. Full court press, and let me tell you how it is a triple win for LeBron and the Illuminati. Check this out. Boom, like you said, fairy tale. They win the championship. Him and his son defeat all odds, all science, all everything. Win, boom. Finals, the final game is 3-3. His son hits the final shot, but because of the setup, some dude come elbow him real crazy. He gone. Boom. They win a championship. Boom. That's now. He will kind of be goated because he was able to get his son there.
He would definitely be goated.
Second, their merchandise go be crazy. Go be super crazy. Third, second, now they can merge him with Kobe. Extra merchandise. More money. Please don't cancel me. This was a tinfoil hat thing. I'm back in reality now. This is a great story. I hope that he and his son have fun in the game, and but the theories are going to be out there. I'm just saying.
That's pretty wild. If they won in that particular, if it happened exactly like you talking about, even somewhere similar to where they won, and something still happened to him, even if he just didn't all the way perish, but he could no longer play or walk anymore.
There you go.
Bron would 100% be goated.
Oh,
yeah, put it back on.
I forgot about the last part. Then the son that's really good come in, takes LeBron's place. He passes the torch down, and now it's a trifecta of merchandise. And his new son takes on, and if he's super dope, you know what I'm saying? Let's say he actually dope as Jordan, so he is quadruple better than LeBron. Boom.
Hey, I feel like LeBron just caught a straight right there.
Look, that's a conversation for another day. Like I told you, I'm stuck in the 90s with a lot of stuff. Music, clothing. I still think the Gap is a place that ballers go to shop, bro. Don't listen to me. All right. Next up. Oh, So how did the media react to this? We did talk about Stephen A. Smith and stuff. We didn't see how he talked about it. Let's see what these
of course,
what the professionals got to say about it.
One of the greatest players to ever play the game, LeBron James, and now we see the first ever father-son duo in the NBA. Stephen A.
I'm incredibly happy for Bronny James. I remember when the basketball.
So hold on. You gotta pause this real quick. The fact that Malika Anderson came on and said, did she say one of the greatest or did she say the greatest basketball player of all time? I got to hear that.
Let's go back and see.
Stephen A.
I'm incredibly happy for Bronny James.
LeBron James, and now we see the first to ever play the game, LeBron James, and now we see the first, of course, the eldest son. Of course, the eldest son of one of the greatest players to
one of the greatest.
Okay, because I was gonna say if she said the greatest and Stephen A. didn't lose his top right there. Okay, I just had to make sure.
And you can tell by his face that he got a face. Hold on, let me see what this bro is saying. And like I said, I don't know anything about the sport, and correct me if I'm wrong. She does not play in the WNBA at all, does she?
Nah, she don't.
Okay, because it didn't look like it at all. I just wanted to see. It's time for my most sexist thing I'm going to say for this year. Please, to our female base, please don't cancel me. Is this a cheerleader or something? What did she do? Like, how?
No, she's a commentator. Like I think she started off on the sidelines, like interviewing people, and then she eventually came on to ESPN. And she be having a lot of controversial takes. Like whenever that stuff happened with the coach of Boston when he was messing around with one of the executive wives and stuff.
Yeah,
it was all kind of conversations and topics going on where she was calling stuff out. She had a lot of controversy during that time.
Got you. And just so the public knows, I accidentally heard a Drake song one time. The toxic masculinity splashed on me from the lame music, and that's where that comment came from. I apologize. It's not me. It's that FAN Drake. Let's go.
Play the game, LeBron James, and now we see the first ever father-son duo in the NBA. Stephen A.
I'm incredibly happy for Bronny James. I remember when
Did you expect him to say this, or did you expect another?
If it's all a script, yes. But like Bronny James, they never did nothing to nobody. Everybody looking, he a kid, even though he in the NBA, that's a grown man stuff right there. But he get that kind of look.
But he ain't supposed to be in there. Let's be real.
I don't believe so.
All right, let's continue. So basically, we about to watch. What time was 5:15? We about to watch 4 minutes and 30 seconds of glazing. Basically, is this even worth watching the rest of it?
After Stephen, I just want to hear what Stephen A. because I haven't seen this clip yet. We don't got to listen to the rest of it. I just want to hear what Stephen A. got to say about this.
Apologies to any of my 40 plus. I'm not supposed to use glazing, but I've been on the internet too long for the last couple of weeks. It's here now.
Are you frozen?
The world stopped because the cardiac arrest situation last summer. I remember being around so many people in this building, scared to death that something awful had happened, and wondering. You see LeBron James entering the hospital. You heard so many different things. You're scared to death of what had happened to him and what was going to come of it. And to see him here just almost a year later, being drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers, health intact and what have you, can't be happier for him.
And when people want to judge his freshman season at USC, and
so that's what Stephen A. Smith had to say. And I'm sorry, this post right here, dude. you know how the In the Hood movies where like they do like the everybody's
at the end.
This just looked like the perfect, like, at the bottom it say, like if you seen Cooley High, you know what I'm talking about. This is a co-cheese ass picture right here. And I'm not, it's just, I'm gonna be super honest with you right now. I'm not liking how this go at all. I don't like it. I hope it work out, but I ain't gonna lie. This
setup is real.
This is looking very, very Illuminati-ish, if you believe in those types of things. Next up, football. Let us know what's going on right here.
So first, some stuff that I didn't even know was happening. I had zero clue that Americans was playing against other countries in football. And when I say football, I'm talking about North American football. I'm not talking about soccer. And apparently a team from Japan beat the United States players, but they all players under 20 years old. I never heard. I don't know who any of the guys on the team are. I looked at the roster, but they ain't just get beat. They ain't get beat by 3 points. They got stumped out. I don't understand that. I thought most of the time, and now maybe Japanese people are normally not that big. Normally, to be playing football against American kids who play football, like kids be coming out of high school like 6'9", 400 pounds. It's a dude down the street at Duncanville playing like that. Wow. And so these cats out here, how the hell this happen?
Well, we got a clip here from the hellscape that is TikTok. Let's see what it's talking about here.
How the fuck did the Japan national team pipe the USA national team in football? Holy shit. The USA got piped down by a score of 41-20, losing to Japan. This shit feels more personal than Pearl Harbor. Had me double checking if it was soccer when I heard our great nation had lost, but sad to accept we got clapped by the Japs at our own fucking sport.
Oh, wow.
Fire everyone and revoke their US citizenships. Unless Japan was playing with Godzilla or Goku, this is fucking unacceptable. You have to give it up to the Japanese who have been waiting 79 fucking years for this moment, and with only 12 players born in the
AI voice going in, bro.
NFL, this is a huge accomplishment for them and their level of football. Random as fuck, but one of those 12 players is RG3. I literally just found out the USA has a national football team, but it still pisses me off that we are losing and not bringing the world title home. We must have some 6th graders playing for that team. Time to assemble a team full of NFL stars and D1 athletes to get a rematch. No reason to get piped 41-20 by the Japanese football team.
Hey, the AI was going crazy. If that AI was a real person, he'd be canceled. He said several things that was like, bruh.
Yeah. He says several things where it's not going to make it to the final cut of this video. For sure.
Damn.
Guaranteed it's not going to make it. Because that was out of control. I ain't going to front. I was not ready for that.
Yeah, that was wild, bro.
That was wild.
Whoever wrote the script for that was definitely like sprinkled on the racism.
Yeah, that was very inappropriate and very offensive to a particular group of people. Like I said, it's not gonna make it, and that monetization would have been blown out the window. We might have got a strike. Not even copyright, just strike for community rules right there, because that's wild.
Bro, I'm interested to see if that video even that YouTube channel stay up after that.
That was TikTok.
Oh, okay.
And this is why people be on TikTok, because apparently TikTok, I'm hearing is wild west when it comes to stuff. But this is the roster that you were speaking of, and these are like 16, 17, and 18-year-olds here. Like
because they did say that's always the first question. Like as soon as you hear, first of all, the first question be, when the hell did the United States start having a football team that play other countries? Second, this apparently is a world tournament. When the hell did that start happening? And third, who the hell was on the team?
So apparently this is the USA football tackle national team traveling to IFAF World Junior Championships, and the USA Football, a recognized sports organization of the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee, has announced the final roster for its U20 U.S. tackle national team that will compete in the International Federation. That right there, the word federation just makes me feel like it's wrestling.
This this made me think though. Like, are they trying to put football in the Olympics or something one day?
I'm guessing so. It's a 34-man roster. It features athletes from all corners of the country, including Arizona, California, Colorado, Florida, New Hampshire, Illinois, Massachusetts, Michigan, Nebraska, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Texas, Washington, and Wisconsin. Among the athletes traveling to Canada are 4-star Notre Dame commit David Dixon, uncommitted 3-star athlete Bryson Williams, and CHSAA 4A first all-team state special. Okay, look, who's coming? How you become a star? Like, who's regulating all of this shit?
So it's all kind of Like it's all kind of people. But the fact that they got 3-star players playing on this team, so those I ain't saying nothing like because it's 3-star players that probably I wonder what Tom Brady ranking was when he came out of high school. It was not a 5-star. He probably was not even a 4-star ranking. So a 3-star ranked player is not the best. They still good because you got to be great to play college football. Period. And so they didn't have like the best of the best. They might have to bring out a redeem team after this, like how when the United States lost and then they had to come back with the big guns with Jordan, Charles Barkley, and all them cats. That's what may have to happen after this because this is unacceptable.
Let's see.
I ain't gonna go as hard as the AI dude was going.
That motherfucker was gone.
That was AI. That was Charleston White AI.
That might have been. That's probably Charleston White account because he was rough, rugged, and raw with it. I would not be shocked. Now check this out. It says I was curious. It says how highly rated were NFL stars coming out of high school. The 5-star recruits were Eric Berry. You know him?
Yep, he was a safety for like Kansas City. I want to say
Julio Jones, the Falcons.
Yeah, makes sense.
Adrian Peterson, ain't that the
makes sense? Yeah, it makes
Debo dude.
Yeah, Adrian Peterson. He could have came out of 8th grade and played. He was like a genetic freak though.
Too bad he's wasting that on beating people down in elevators.
That was Ray Rice. You talking about Ray Rice? That was
Adrian Peterson was the dude that had got in trouble for disciplining his child.
His kid. Yep.
What? Did he still play, right? Or did they cut him because of that?
No, they ain't cut him because of that. He just old. Like he older. He's like my age, something like that.
Oh, okay. My apologies, Adrian Peterson, for putting that on your name. Sorry. Cam Newton was a 4-star recruit. Now, the ones that was the 5-stars, was all of them like, did they meet their criteria when in their career? Did they win championships?
Eric Berry, I don't know if I can't say if Julio Jones, he did not, but they are all elite players. But the thing about it, if you're an elite player like that, you're getting drafted at the top of the draft. So more than likely, the way the NFL works is the worse you do, so the very last team get the number 1 pick. And then they keep on going. So the second to last team get the 2nd pick. That's how it normally works. So if you a 5-star recruit and you that awesome in college, like Julio Jones got picked at the top of the draft. So he went to a very bad team. And so it just most of the time, them cats is hard. But Tom Brady, if Cam Newton was a 4-star recruit, which he was fucking awesome. Yeah. There's no way that Tom Brady was a 4-star recruit. He at the most had to be 3 stars for Tom Brady.
Unfortunately, he's right there under.
He got 4?
Under Cam Newton. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It says Brady came up in the pre-scout era when high school player recruiting was much different than it is now. However, he was highly sought after a quarterback prospect. And where he was rated is consistent with what would be a 4-star recruit in today's rating system. So he wasn't even in the actual rating system. So you saying, okay, so that aligns with what you were saying where you was like, I didn't think he was going to be that. Marshawn Lynch was 4-star. Larry Fitzgerald.
All of them are awesome.
Rob
Gronkowski.
Rob
Gronkowski. Everybody call him Gronk.
I was about to mess that name up. I have not. But I sure went. Gronk wasn't gonna be my favorite. It was gonna be yeah. So thank you, sir. But no, and he was about his business. Oh my gosh! Guess who else was a 4-star?
Who that?
BB Drizzy.
ODB. He was good though, man.
Wow. Of course he would have played for the New York Giants. Pause. Von Miller.
ODB though. They call him OBJ. OBJ. I called him ODB.
Don't do all dirty like that.
See, my boy OBJ. I can't hate him too hard because he helped my Rams win the Super Bowl.
Hold up. Did you just hear what his initials is?
OBJ. Odell Beckham Jr.
OBJ. When that.
I never paid attention.
And the only reason it hit me is because that whole that video everybody was talking about with Justin Bieber.
Bro, I never paid attention to that.
Dude, I'm talking about if obvious was just there's no secrets. It's in the name. Wow.
That's pretty funny.
3-star
But yes.
recruits. So 3 stars is sucky then.
Well, I won't say sucky, but it's not
in comparison.
the elite. Yeah.
In comparison, like they still top notch, but just in that sphere, they not. You wouldn't want a 3-star if you had your choice.
If you had a choice, you wouldn't. But if a 3-star walked into a room, you'd be like, "This motherfucker do something." Like this dude is swole, the most athletic person you have ever seen in real life, type of stuff. They still elite athletes.
All right, so I'm about to. Now I don't know shit about sports, but I do know about entertainment news, and these no-star recruits seem to align with what I've seen them on. Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay Packers.
So Aaron Rodgers is arguably one of the greatest. Well, they say he is the greatest thrower of the football.
Really? Do you agree with that?
Aaron Rodgers is pretty awesome. I play fantasy football a lot, and every single year I always picked him for like at least a 10-year period, and he would ball out. Ball out. Aaron Rodgers got an arm like I ain't never seen before. He's awesome.
Now the way you talking about him is still here. Wasn't this the dude that was on the Netflix special and killed the old buddy?
No, that's Aaron Hernandez.
God dang it. You see, I'm just ruining everything. I'm sorry, Aaron Rodgers. I'm just throwing dirt on these folks' names, man. Shout out to you, no-star recruit. Antonio Brown. No star.
Oh. So you know who Antonio Brown is. So
I definitely do. Now, I'm not mistaken about him. I know that nigga.
So the thing about like people like 3-star recruits and stuff like that, which is the same story with Aaron Rodgers and the same story with Antonio Brown. They felt like they were slighted because they weren't ranked as high, and Aaron Rodgers was seething because he thought he was going to get picked high in the draft. He was seething and pissed and just operated with this whole anger the whole time of how he wanted to show everybody how great he was, and that's how he came out. And they just go out there and they just outwork everybody. Same with AB. Like AB pretty wild, and I'm pretty sure an alleged AD gotta have CTE based upon what they say CTE do to you, because he be doing some wild stuff. The only reason that AB was still playing football is because Tom Brady wanted him to be on his team. Tom Brady allowed Antonio Brown to stay at his house. Antonio Brown stayed at his crib, and they ended up. That was in New England, so they was trying to give Tom Brady a chance. But AB was an amazing wide receiver, but he was just a problem child. So Tom Brady wanted to win more than anything else.
Yeah.
The problem with that is after Tom Brady went to Tampa Bay, Antonio Brown also went to Tampa Bay with him, and they won a Super Bowl together. There was a very famous clip of Antonio Brown hugging Tom Brady's wife right after they won. And there's all kind of alleged activity going on about AB. And AB has said stuff. Like, he was talking stuff about Tom Brady's wife multiple times. He's very disrespectful. I'm surprised, like, Tom Brady didn't put a hit out on my boy, because AB was talking wild. I would have had to do something to AB the way he was talking about that man wife.
Well, you know, I'm all about that bass. Let's see what's going on. I gotta see the disrespect up front.
You know you was wrong.
Oh, if we start off with Drewski, I know it's gonna be insane. Out of line. It looked like they were about to tongue kiss. This is embracing. This ain't no hug.
And so that is the worst. That's probably that's not even the worst thing.
You heard me? When I got 20 seconds, or I got 10 seconds to tell the story.
You got 20.
I'm trying to sum it up. When I need a beat, we have made our own beat, so I don't need the audio. You ready for me?
Acapella, man. Go ahead.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda, but you
But
didn't.
I'm gonna have to bring that up another time when I find, like, it's several instances where he said stuff on Twitter, he said stuff in interviews that was insinuating that him and Tom Brady's wife had some extracurricular activities going on.
Well,
and then it did, and then I mean later on, everybody, I would say everybody kind of, I don't want to say ignored it at first, but then when it found out that Tom Brady wife was acting out with her Brazilian jiu-jitsu instructor, it started getting a little more legs. Because at first everybody like, man, what? Tom Brady, like one of the greatest dudes in America. So why would that happen? But you just never know.
So let's be real. Let me know, and then we're gonna move on after this because I don't want to sully the pod with this this smut gossip. But isn't Tom Brady like rumored to be kind of on the Odell Beckham Jr. team?
I ain't never heard that.
Maybe this is a Lipstick Alley conversation that I brought over to the thing, and because he was with the Gisele, he the one. Ain't Tom Brady the dude that wouldn't stop playing because his wife wanted him to stop playing, and he just kept picking football over his family? Yeah, that's the same guy. Membership conversation, you guys. Make sure Monday we will be introducing our membership. It will be on our Patreon. Details for that will be out Monday. Let's move along. Next up.
Man, I can't rock with my boy on this, bro.
Charleston White, CB for the algorithm. He is back again talking ignorant, and he has said a lot of things where I get caught on the he right though. I just didn't like how he said it. Tip. In this case, if he had said, because for the most part, there could be some credibility a little bit on. I get where he was trying to. No, he wasn't trying to go nowhere. If he was to say something like, "Oh, the average person will bump Drake over Kendrick because Drake just come with mindless dumb bops that don't mean shit," I'd be like, okay. But let's listen to what he said in his in only the way that CW could say it. And of course it didn't play because my lead in was just too awesome for it to let me be great. Here we go.
Coming LA artists perform that night.
They ain't going nowhere.
Hold up, let me restart that.
It's because he let a lot of up and coming LA artists perform that night.
They ain't going nowhere. Ain't nobody finna listen to no bunch of up and coming LA artists, but LA people in their neighborhood. Don't nobody wanna hear that shit. Nigga Kendrick, nigga, listen. Let me just say this. Drake way better. Drake way better rapping. Nigga, I know Drake's song. I ain't never heard a nigga in Texas pull up bumping Kendrick shit. Nothing. Nigga, we like, much as I don't like that nigga. Nigga, you heard me nigga, come on, man. I was just going against the grain. But come on, let's be fair and clear. Me and Kendrick can't compare it. Unless you like twisted your fingers up like the retarded people. That's the only way you go like Kendrick. You got to be retarded with the career, diamond. Sensible people don't gravitate to that bullshit. So what? He gave these up and coming artists a spotlight for the day. Most of them will be by tomorrow due to the gang politics. California, Compton or whatever you want to call it, homie, is not vibrant.
It's because
that's your boy.
So I'm gonna tell you, like after hearing it again, I'm gonna come out with a prediction. I think that Charleston White in a couple of weeks may come out and be like, you know what, I was wrong about Kendrick Lamar, because Charleston White is actually on brand with this statement. The fact that he was talking about the gang, because Charleston White is against anything gang affiliate, anything. And I believe that he doesn't know much about Kendrick Lamar. He may have heard what they say on the news. He may have heard what they've been saying recently with people talking about Kendrick gang affiliated, which I don't believe he is. And I think he is talking about some of that as part of that. But he is wild. And I have heard him in previous interviews say that he actually did listen to Drake music before. So, but I think he hopefully somebody school him on Kendrick music.
It's a lot of grace that you're handing out over there, and this is why we're friends. You're such a great person. You're a really good person. Always seeing the positive. Now, unfortunately, the first portion of his comments where nobody wants to hear those opening acts, not all of them, Cause that first dude that had on the Pooh Shiesty, he is in my rotation. It was a couple of them dudes that's in my rotation. The only one, sorry ladies, but that group, the cousins or whatever, yes, they need to be in the oven a little bit longer before we try to get them out of there. For the most part, I can get it. It's like that with most local acts, right? They local acts because they just ain't reached that, they need that thing that's gonna get them out. But once he got to talking about the only ignorant people listen to Kendrick Lamar and they curl up their hands, I was like, so where have you been since 2010, my guy? Kendrick Lamar, only gang members listen to Kendrick Lamar?
And that's why I said that statement, because there's no way he could be familiar with Kendrick catalog for him to say that.
I think it's impossible for him not to be familiar with Kendrick Lamar. It's impossible. We talking about Kendrick Lamar here. Kendrick Lamar has been mentioned a plethora of times in so many different spaces. He couldn't even watch he couldn't have watched Black Panther. He never seen.
He watched Black Panther.
He might not. He might not.
He talk about he like, y'all shouldn't take y'all kids to see all this stuff. He think that all that kind of movies be having like all kind of undertones in it that ain't good for people. So I don't know if he's seen it or not.
You want to know something I got to say about Charles White just looking at this? For all of the stuff he talk about, these gang members, this, why he want to dress like them? Why he got the chains like them? Why he got the rings like them? Why is he dressed in the uniform of the folks that he despised so much? Why is he not in a suit and tie? Why is he? Because Charleston White is a damn hypocrite. And it's very obviously visually. And how he simped out when Britney, what's her face, was all on him. He went out like a straight bitch. I got no respect for this man. Zero.
I actually do have an answer for you, but why he's dressed like that.
Please.
This is according to his previous activity. Because he actually used to come on Facebook and online with a bow tie on and a button up,
and he didn't get
talking
traction.
All that. He didn't no traction. That's what he say.
I believe that initially, but I believe that when he look in the mirror, he see a gangster now. He see a rapper. He see a famous person. I'll take the gangster and the rapper away. He see a famous person.
You are correct.
And he's dressing, because that's the environment he in, right? Eventually, when in Rome, you go do ass. And I feel like initially he did have that message. And sometimes, but I think the lines is getting too blurred. But that ignorance that he just had of Kendrick Lamar is almost as ignorant as our next story, which also involves Kendrick Lamar. Now, this comes to us from, I'm not going to even say their name, but it's a podcast that is of Mexican origin, I guess. Now, apparently this guy over here is not Mexican. He is Caucasian. These two guys back here, very intelligent people that know how to kind of think. What's the word I'm looking for? Logically, and not put the. But this motherfucker right here, let's just let him talk for himself. To frame this. This is his interpretation of what the pop out was. He feels that there was not enough Mexican representation on Juneteenth at an event for Kendrick Lamar's people of Compton. On Juneteenth, might I add again, it's not enough Mexican representation. Let's hear what this guy has to say.
Oh, T.O. for the win.
Yeah.
Unique name. Fire shit.
Yeah, he's locked up. But that's my boy for sure. But it was dope. It looked like a fire concert. I mean, I got chills watching it. I'm not going to lie.
From your Riverside perspective, was LA outside last night?
LA was outside.
What part of LA?
Everywhere. That's what it looked like.
They said they got the whole LA United last night.
I didn't see any homies on that stage.
Yeah, I was going to ask.
I didn't see any homies on that stage. Now, anybody that saw the crowd saw that it was very multicultural. Matter of fact, the crunkest person in the crowd, which I remember, which I'm going to have to throw into the video, was of Mexican descent. He was the crunkest dude in the crowd. Like, they barely showed crowd unless you was famous, but this dude was going so hard. They showed him, but it's not enough homies on the stage. But let's continue as he speaks about a Juneteenth event for the funeral of Drake and the bringing together and uniting of gangs, black gangs on a black holiday. Let's continue.
Do you feel like it wasn't united because there was not too many homies there?
So me and I were on the phone earlier when we had this conversation.
No, yeah, so basically I feel like the Mexican people were underrepresented there last night.
I feel it. I can see that.
I can see that too, man, but...
And a lot of people are telling me that I sound like bitter or something. Like, I'm not a rapper, fool. I'm not tripping about not being on stage. I'm saying, like, Gisele performed, I think, last night.
Yeah.
So he names a Mexican artist. That is a lot for that's a lot for a Juneteenth celebration.
I agree.
That's a whole lot.
Yes.
Let's continue. But it's not enough.
I'm surprised. I was surprised when they said that. I didn't know that.
He was the one guy that was that had on some big pants that I check out our also check out our live reaction of the pop out. It was a great night, fantastic. We all had a great time. I'll put the link in the description. Let's go.
Did he?
That would have been nice if he would have been on stage.
If he would have.
Now, maybe the young legend had something to do, so he dipped.
Right, because all the artists that did perform were up there.
Facts.
I respect it.
He is talking about the group picture at the end.
Oh wow.
Who was up there? I can't keep counting.
There was a lot of people that went, but I think OGZ was the only
person that didn't pop out? Or were you gonna say he's the only Mexican that performed?
Both.
Did he perform? Was he supposed to perform?
He did perform, yeah.
He did.
Mm-hmm. And I didn't see him perform because I caught it late.
I saw the clip.
I
didn't even see that clip.
Picture of someone posting that he performed.
Do you think it had something to do with it being Juneteenth?
I don't understand. I thought Juneteenth was like on the 16th or something like that.
I don't understand. And then I thought Juneteenth was on the 16th. He's not knowing anything, but it gets worse.
On June 19th?
It was Juneteenth yesterday.
Yeah, it was Juneteenth. Thanks.
I respect.
This motherfucker said, I thought it was Juneteenth after all week before it was promoted as this is going to be a Juneteenth event. Then he says, oh, it was Juneteenth? I thought that was on the 19th. Nothing. He don't even know about the pop out itself. But let's let the ignorance continue. I'm so sorry, guys.
Yesterday.
Yeah, it was Juneteenth. Thanks.
I respect it.
Do you think that had something to do with it?
Had something to do with what? The fact that they threw the show that day? Or that there were no Mexicans on stage?
There you go. Do you think it was supposed to be like...
First of all, let me start off by saying congratulations to Kendrick Lamar and all of the wonderful individuals that performed last night.
Hell yeah, shut them out.
So, I'm not trying to go racial with it, but I will say...
Oh, we're just picking each other's brains apart.
Although it was Juneteenth, and I believe that's in remembrance of the massacre. I don't want to be wrong, but is it in Tulsa or in Selma?
I don't even know.
Or a place over there? I could be wrong, and I hate to be wrong, but I know it's in remembrance of a massacre that took place, right? I like this.
A massacre that took place in Tulsa or someplace over there. It's in remembrance. That's what Juneteenth is about. Wait, hold on. I can't hear you, and I don't know what happened.
Oh, my bad, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
So let me ask you this. Is this a failure of our school system? How old were you when you found out about Juneteenth? Or have you always known about it?
Probably 37, 8. No, they damn sure didn't teach no damn Juneteenth in Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm telling you that right now. I did not know what it was. I was very older.
Yeah, it was like I was in the military, and it was a dude from Texas, He was like, yo, we finna go to this Juneteenth celebration. I was like, what is Juneteenth? But I was like 20. So that had to be like 20 years ago that I found out about it.
It was more on the recent side. However, and once again, Charleston White, Grace. This Mexican guy right here. So much grace.
I ain't giving him grace. So I'm just asking. I always think about
because
I would perspectives.
I would give that grace. However, and I hate I gotta do this. I really do. Because I want to give grace. I do.
And I would say, looking at stuff from different perspectives, I jumped into leadership about 2 years ago, and all the training they give you as a leader and to be a supervisor and a manager and all of those things, you see a situation and you have to look at it from multiple different perspectives. So I do believe that some of my outlook has changed due to that, and I do try to look at things from all kind of different ways now.
I totally feel you on that. And let me make sure. Okay. So I may have messed up. He might have an out, because he may have an out. I thought it said Juneteenth on the flyer itself, but it does not. So, and June 19th, he got the date right. So, and it just says June 19th here. So I'm thinking I heard Juneteenth throughout the promotion of this stuff. So I guess, and you know, I hate.
And what is he listening to? If I don't know what he listens to, but if he's listening to stuff that's a lot of Mexican, maybe they don't talk about that. Shit, I know I was in charge of throwing a Juneteenth event at my workplace like 2 years ago, and there were several people 2 years ago of all races was like, "What is Juneteenth?"
Like I said, I'm a recent learner and I was in San Antonio, and they like the #1 Martin Luther King walk, I think, and still I have to be fully transparent. Really just found out what Juneteenth was probably last year. Okay, let me be honest. Let me go back. I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of fronting right now on this dude. I'm more mad though. I put it like this though. I'm not really fronting on him because how you gonna have that's like on Cinco de Mayo. I go to a Cinco de Mayo party and I'm like, so there's no pictures of Martin Luther King here. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is happening here? I figured it was gonna be way more black people on the stage. And what the hell? Why do you guys have fucking margaritas? I brought the fucking OE. All right, there's something going on here, and that's what it sounded like to me. All right.
But, now I will tell you where the negligence came in. If you're gonna get on here and you're gonna talk about this, you should do research prior to you getting on your cast.
Or
like you said all the time, we got the internet, we got stuff we got our phone. You can look it up.
How well can you see this screen, man?
I can see it pretty well.
What is he sitting in front of?
Definitely a computer, a laptop.
He is sitting in front of the answers to all the questions on Earth. Yeah. And he repeatedly said, I don't want to be wrong.
Massacre that took place, right? I like to say that the Mexican people have been persecuted in this wonderful land for a long, long, long time.
What does that have to do with it? Juneteenth.
I mean, you're in America, but if we're going to get all super duper historical, this is Mexico's land, boy.
Why do you talk like that if it's Mexico's land?
Okay, so he brings up effects of their people's persecution and land being stolen and stuff like that. However, what the hell do that got to do with Juneteenth? Nothing. He deflected from ignorance to facts, which it's a couple of people that does that very well. I will say Kanye West may be the top person that will say some class A bullshit and then follow up with a natural fact that you cannot dispute, and then you kind of stuck because now you got to kind of jump back over the ignorance to get back to the main shit. Okay. I want to say another great person who is very excellent at that. Donald Trump will say some full-blown bullshit, smidgen of facts, and now you stuck in the fact toy. And that's what this dude did in this shit. I'm flabbergasted, like I said, and you brought up a very good point. Knowledge of this holiday has not really, because I'm gonna be honest, I thought Juneteenth originally, I really did thought it was about like, you know, just pure just celebrating you know, the freedom. I didn't know it was so specific to, it was this group of people that didn't know, and that day they got free. Then I kind of got mad. I would be pissed off because how long was folks free before the Juneteenth? How long had freedom been enacted?
It was about 900 days, bro. So
that's like 3 years.
3 years, a little less than 3 years, yeah. Because like 1865 is when the slaves were freed, actually, and then it didn't get down to Texas until about 900 days later, about 3 years later.
Hell no, I'm gonna be honest, bro. And I was confused once I found out that fact that it was after the fact. Didn't see a reason to celebrate. Actually, it should have been kind of maybe a massacre. Like maybe it should have been a day of reckoning for a certain group of people. I'm just saying I wouldn't have been happy, and I'm be honest.
Well, you say that. Imagine though, if you were a slave, and then you thought there was no chance of getting out. You ain't heard nothing about none of this. Wasn't no internet, wasn't nothing. And then all of a sudden one day out the blue, you just hear from this general like, yo, bro, y'all know y'all free? Right? Y'all been free about 3 years. You like, what? So that would be some jubilation and partying and hanging out. But I still don't think life was great after that because you're still in the racist South at that time. And it probably was a massacre. Like, how many slaves are probably killed for trying to walk around and be free?
Oh no, I wasn't talking about that massacre. I'm talking about the reverse.
That's what I'm talking about. I know you was talking about
the rage would have been like the Aaron, the football dude that was so pissed off.
Hernandez.
I'm talking about Hulk status. Like I'm going because this sound, and please guys forgive me for this comparison. I know it doesn't compare at all, but this is the closest in my first world problems life that I can come up to it. I clock in at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm at McDonald's. I got a 12-hour shift going on. Hour 3 comes up. Nobody's tapping me on my shoulder for a break or anything, but you know it's been busy morning. 12 o'clock rolls around. Now it's 1 o'clock, it's 2 o'clock. None of us has been on break though. It's I'm like, what? I go take a bathroom break. Say I had a number 2. Was in there for a minute. That don't count as a break though. McDonald's bathroom is filthy. I didn't want to be in there that whole time. I really was gonna take my break so I could go to the salon down the street, use theirs. Come back. Next thing you know, it's there like an hour before the end of my 12-hour shift. And my boss comes up and says, did you take your break yet? Did you take? I was like, no, didn't nobody come tap me. We've been working. I took a horrible number 2. Curtis wasn't here to clean the bathroom. Y'all need to get that. It's nothing but 1-ply toilet paper in there. I didn't. You know what? I forgot to tell you. We actually had an hour-long break today. 2-hour-long break. I don't know how you missed it, but hey, you know what? You can go home early. 15 minutes before my shift is over. I'm spree well in the motherfucker at that point. Just off top. Reflex. So. You know what I'm saying? So I get your viewpoint of it, but then, you know, on my Killmonger vibes, no, we gotta burn this bitch down. Like it's gotta be, and I can go with it. That's how massively upset I would have been. 3 years of freedom I missed out on. And now you want to give me a party? No, sir. Well, that's the end of our show today. Unfortunately, we couldn't end it on a positive note. People had to die. Tune in. I'm not sure what this episode is actually going to be, so I kind of don't know how to close it out. So thanks for hanging out with us, watching it. Just be tuned in to our community tab. If you have not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned in for the membership. Healthy Hating, Hateration Nation, we coming. The Healthy Hating Society. We got a plethora of names. It's kind of like Wu-Tang, how everybody had different names and stuff. Got anything you want to ride out on, Brisk?
I think we need to have a community tab of at what age were you when you found out about Juneteenth?
You know what?
That's 20 to 25, 25 to 30.
That's literally occurring now. That's literally occurring now. What age were you when you found out? And please give us a late pass. I know we like 4 weeks late asking about this. Don't be like, where the hell was y'all niggas at the pop out? We just want to know because you just heard our story. All right. Well, see you guys in the community tab. Peace out.
Peace.